Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today, due to possibly yesterday or the day before yesterday is the Efootball's 31st anniversary. So just like always, they would give out a free epic card. So for the free epic card, the leakage, the obvious 9 is Daniel Massaro, David Seaman, Bergkamp, Rui Costa, Van Bommel, Scholes, Marco Ruiz, Frank Rijkaard, and also Shinji Ono. So some rumors said there will be Rio Ferdinand, but after from Türkiye, they have a big leakage just during the morning of today. So they say that obvious the two question mark player is not Rio Ferdinand. It is one is Agüero and one is Rooney. So this is, I would say, more logical because as for the position of Rio Ferdinand, it won't be a free card because Rio Ferdinand has long been a high quality player. So the predicted data of this Rio Ferdinand, not only the height being deducted, but also other being deducted like his speed. So this is the reason why I say it might be not true. And now it is confirmed that the two question mark player is Rooney and also Sergio Agüero. So let me analyze like those, I would say 11 of them. The first epic player is David Seaman, which is a really great, goalkeeper, especially considering it is being freely given. And we can see, David Seaman's model as 193 centimeter, which is, quite good as a goalkeeper. And all his player stats of the GK reflex or GK something are all above 90. And the jump is 83, though like the other stats are a bit normal, but it is, up to now, the best epic player, the epic goalkeeper for free you can get. And also the arm length is great, so GK reach is also great. But in my own point ending strategy, I do add some GK reflex to make him above 92 because as like during the real experience in the eFootball, I would say that GK reflex is a quite important measurement among these 5. And above 92 is pretty necessary. And he has the special skill of GK Spirit Roll. So as for goalkeeper, those special skills are not that important. So just like have no special skill. But considering about Seaman's model and also Seaman's stats, I will rank him at a pretty high stage, which is in the S tier. So like for the same band or for the same phase, like for S, Bergkamp, Rui Costa, Van Bommel, and Seaman are equally recommended, not to say who is more recommended. The next player is Van Bommel, which I originally ranked him in the S plus tier because he has a great full defenses and quality speed. For 86 as a DMF, it is quite good, and he has a good pass. Which what I was thinking is just like big time Rodri. This time also almost the same kicking power, a bit lower stamina, the same also like 4 defenses. Remind me about Rodri, but he has only 187 centimeter model and his leg length is only 7, so it might be not enough. But considering he has the special skill of long reach tackle, he can be a good player for the DMF position and at least better than Rijkaard. So in my own point and strategy, I do think like for the defensive midfield, the acceleration is also important. I increase his acceleration, and also for his stats for physical, because physical for the DMF position is important, especially consider he has an anchorman play style. So overall, due to the good special skill and a just so model plus a pretty decent stats, I will rank him top in the S tier, almost reach the S plus, but it is not that enough. So if you do not have a great defensive midfield, or you want to play 2 defensive midfield, one you have Patrick Vieira, one you have an like for the whole player style, one for have the other play style, then for the anchorman you can simply choose Van Bommel. He is good. I'm pretty sure because he has the long range tackle skill. And the third player is Marco Ruiz. So great player, I have to confess, but considering about his stats in the eFootball, I do have some doubt. Like his special skills vision pass, which is ranked, made him has a big disadvantage. because Marco Reus obviously cannot play the left midfield, right midfield, left wing forward, right wing forward, because in these four positions they require high passes, but he do not have, and also either high passes or high finishing, or like those three measurements he do not have. So he do have a great dribbling and somehow a just so speed and acceleration. And what I want to say, what makes this card special is his high offensive awareness. So due to his high offensive awareness, I do consider to play Marco Reus as a shadow striker, which you need to place one position card on him. And after he can become the shadow striker, we can decrease his ball control by a little bit, but increase his finishing up to 86, which is a quality shadow striker, at least the shooting ability of an attacking midfield. So the speed acceleration also increased to make sure above 90, and he already has a great stamina, but also increased by 2 points. So it just sacrifices dribbling, but add a lot to other stats. But the visionary pass, to be honest, is not that useful for Marco Reus, because he's starting ability of passing slow. So this is the reason why he was only ranked as the band A. And this one's post goals, which I would say is a rare card we can find in eFootball. For post goals, this free card is pretty decent, with high defense awareness for the midfield position, especially he plays the attacking role. A good speed and acceleration, a good dribbling, a good passes, and also somehow a good finish. But what makes this card, not that outstanding is his model of 170. So you can just simply ignore those defense stats, because those defense stats are equal to, those below 60 when their height is above 180. And for the finishing, he do have the low screamer, but I do suppose post goals is not the one who really need a skill, because he is a midfield. So something like magnetic feet, or something like, if a long range tackle is being put in post goals, he will be really good. So it can be also phenomenal pass. But I do think close screamer for post goals, he rarely can reach outside the box. So it is not that useful. So this is the reason I place him as a B. But if you do have method to make it, place it at A. But if you do have method to make him reach the box, then he will be useful and can be promoted to the S tier. And here is Bergkamp. So if you do omit his speed and acceleration, you will say for pretty sure he is a great AMF. But if you do consider about his only 79 speed, it is the most disappointed stat of Dennis Bergkamp. He has a great finishing, great ball control, great passes, and even great skill of momentum dribbling. Great offensive awareness, and those stats make him able to transfer to a shadow striker and also AMF. But what really makes this card awkward is the speed. A really low speed in the attacking position is almost, cannot be put into the lineup of you guys. Because if you do play with other players, you will see their defense are real quick, especially after the Mouse of Desiree have been included in the newly pack, which is almost 95 speed, 95 acceleration. So in this occasion, how is 79 speed Bergkamp can be expected to, even have the chance to shoot? In my own point adding strategy, so I at least ensured his speed and acceleration above 80, which is, just being adequate for a player on your bench, and also increase his finishing to make it a quality shadow striker. And that's it. No more adjustments. So the reason why I still put him in the S tier is because he's great stats, great finishing, and also great special skill of momentum dribbling. So he will be definitely an S tier position. So if you can make him a great substitute, then possibly when the stamina of all the defense players have been wasted, then he will be a quality AMF at least. And next player is Massaro. So you see that even not a really high model do not have a good dribbling, but have good offensive awareness, good finishing, good speed, good acceleration. So what makes this card really special and I'm really willing to put him in the S tier? S plus tier. So this is a pretty, you may say, how Masaru can be a S plus player. But if you do see his jump, his physical, his balance, his stamina, all around 90 above 85, you will see how special this player is. Plus, he has the phenomenal finisher skill, which is the best skill I've seen for the attacking position in this whole list of free epic player. So due to his special skills, good stat about his all physical sense, which means he can, at least have the ability to shoot in front of like two defense player, two big defensive player like Patrick Vieira, like also Varane. He had the chance to shoot, so this is make him special, and the phenomenal finishing also improve his grade to S plus. And this is right card, just like for I've been seeing long, like 1 to 2 years ago. All his cards do have a really awkward acceleration of only around 80, even in my special point ending strategy. Originally, he only have 77. The awkward acceleration do limit his ceiling, how he hit the ceiling, So I need to sacrifice his dribbling, yes, and also the passes to increase his, the acceleration and also decrease his defense. He do not have that much, you see, like some outstanding points. Like also what special skill he have is fortress, almost, useless for fortress. Till now, there's no formal explanation of how to use fortress, so this is the reason why I do think this red card is a bit disappointed and put him at the last of the tier A. And here's the Japanese player Shinji Ono. So what makes this player really awkward is he originally have 102 ball control plus the special skill of throw passing. So 102 ball control is useless for an AMF, too high. And his difference between ball control and dribbling has been 10 stats, so it is not easy to sacrifice. So I just simply deduct his ball control to 99 and increase his finishing to 85, which is a, just adequate ability in the attacking midfield position. I would say highlights is a great acceleration, but even not above 90. So he had the passes. What I can see from this player is he is a normal player. Do not have any outstanding points, but do not have those points that maybe a really lack. But as for the free epic player, what we expect is he at least have 1 to 2 stats and that is really special and can make your score improve, but not a just so-so player or like all stats or so-so. So you cannot develop his special skills, so do not have any meaning to exist in your squad. Then it's Rui Costa. So the final point ending strategy is increase his low pass and lofted pass and increase his finishing, which AMF finishing, 86 finishing is great. And also his stats of speed and acceleration is okay, acceptable, and he has a great kicking power. So what made this card I would rank him in the S tier is because his special skill phenomenon pass. Anything phenomenon finishing, phenomenon pass are the top, the top special skill. So as a free epic card, if he can have this special skill, I will say just go for him. No other reason. Maybe you will see he do not have any defense ability, but for attacking midfield, it is enough. For attacking midfield, Rui Costa is a great player, and if you do like the Portugal national team, you can also collect him as a card to form a whole team, I would say. That is the rumor of Rio Ferdinand. Well, here we consider it as a really fake news. But in the prediction, so the reason why I say it is impossible because Rio Ferdinand, the position of Rio Ferdinand, like where Efootball want to sell his card, is the high quality cards, not those free epic. So in these free epic players, you can really find any version of this player to be at the really top 10 position, top 10 player in that position. So what they aim for is those player who do not those gamer who do not want to invest money. But for Rio Ferdinand, it is always a card that we need to invest money to get. So one special skill of Aeroforce is a bit awkward, and he do not have great speed and acceleration, but a good heading. So what I want to say is that it is just fake news. Ignore this player and do not believe anything anyone says. So look at the official website. This is what I want to say. So the Türkiye official website do leaks that those two special players are Agüero and Rooney. So the special player Wayne Rooney and Sergio Agüero. So this is what I want to say. They both have two special skills. So even if we do not look at all his stats, two special skill is definitely greater than one special skill. So in this occasion, those player who can survive is only in the S plus tier, which is Massaro, and also the S tier. So A and B will be downgraded because Wayne Rooney and Sergio Agüero. So this is what I want to say. Any fans of Manchester United, just go for Rooney. Any fan of Manchester City, just go for Agüero. So I would say that Massaro might be, at the pure stat moment, might be greater than Agüero. But as for me, a big Manchester City fan, I will not consider anything, do not hesitate, and directly go for Sergio Agüero. This is the end. So finally for this ranking, what I want to say is, if you want an attacking player, choose from Daniel Massaro, Bergkamp, and Paul Scholes. If you want a defense player, of course, Agüero and Wayne Rooney. So if we have Agüero and Wayne Rooney, just choose from Agüero, Wayne Rooney, and Massaro. If you want a defense player, choose from Van Bommel, David Seaman, and also, I would say no other. If Rio Ferdinand is here, then it's here. If no, just choose from Van Bommel and Seaman. That's it. And that's it for this video. Thank you for supporting. Have a nice day. If you do have any question, post your squad to me and I will give my own suggestion. Have a nice day. And please subscribe to my channel.